Hey writers, so we are working on adding action words, which we call verbs, to unfreeze our characters. And we just acted these out together, like talk, run, jump, tiptoe, tumble, walk, all of these things. So action words is what we're looking for. One thing that I want you to really look for, there's this key word. And if you see it in your writing, it's going to be a signal to you that you can change it into an action word. And the word is went. That's the word. Went doesn't really say anything. It really doesn't describe things. And if you see the word went in one of your sentences, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it out and cross it out and change it into an action word. So let me show you an example. Let's do this one. I went outside. I want you to think for a minute. What could we say instead of went? Instead of went, how could we say I blank outside? I, how about I walked? Say walked. I skipped. I ran. I tiptoed. I snuck outside. There's so many options here, right? And there's so many ways to really add action. So whenever you see the word went, that's a signal that you can change that into an action word. All right, I want to get out our writing. I want you to get out your writing. I'm going to get out my writing. This is the writing I'm working on right now. It's a bumper car story. I showed it to you the other day. So this is the one, my friend Nicole and I were at Darien Lake. Let's go on the bumper cars, said Nicole. Yay, I yelled. You know, you don't really have to wear your seatbelt on the bumper cars, said Nicole. I asked, are you sure? She replied, no, unless you're a baby. And here's the part that I was working on today. We went on the went, you guys, went. There's that word. We can change that into an action word instead of we went on the ride. We walked. We walked on the ride, maybe onto the ride. We walked onto the ride. We got into a shiny red bumper car. See, I was trying to spice it up with some details to describe what it looked like. But we got, I bet you I can do better than that. How did we get into the bumper car? Well, we stepped into it. We stepped into a shiny red bumper car. I sat in the driver's seat. There's my action right there. The ride started, and right away, a blue car hit us. Bam! Look at onomatopoeia right there. And I have some actions right there. Hit us. Hit us. Bam. And then I want to tell the reader what happened. You can kind of see it in my sketch, is that when we crashed, like my head kind of went forward and banged into the steering wheel. But how could I really describe that? Let's see. My head, how about crashed? Crashed. Let's do crashed. My head crashed into the steering wheel. And I'm going to put an exclamation because my head crashed into the steering wheel. And there's my action right there, crashed. Okay, writers, I want you to get out your writing. It could be a piece that you're working on right now. It could be a piece that you've already done, and whether it's on Seesaw, on the computer, in a writer's notebook, whether it's on paper like this, or however you have your story, it doesn't matter how it is. I'd like you to go back in, and I'd like to see if you can unfreeze your characters by making them move and adding some action words into there. It's really going to spice up your story. And remember, if you see the word went, you've got to go in your mind, ding, ding, ding. Oh, I can take out went and add an action word. We can't wait to see how you unfreeze your characters by making them talk, think, and move.